Hi, you guys. How are you? I've been visiting with some family, so I've been a little quiet. But I wanted to tell you that I watched Watch What Happens Live with Lisa Vanderpump. And I wanted to comment on some of the things that she said about the Vanderpump affair, which everyone's calling Scandoval, which is about Ariana and Tom Sandoval. Okay? Also, I took a little break because I was kind of burnt out, as you guys could tell from the video where I called Ariana Adriana a few times because I'm just tired. I'm doing like a show a day and researching for hours for it, and sometimes my brain's like, I'm sorry, Dana, I can't function much further than what you're pushing me to. So anyway, but you knew what I meant. Okay. Typical Dana. Like, thank God you guys can understand me because, sometimes I'm just such a dingbat. Okay, so first I want to talk about Ken. Ken looked really dapper in his black suit, but I was kind of worried about his health when I saw this last night. His face was super, super red, and I know he's an older gentleman now, but I really felt like if I was still talking to Lisa, I would just be saying, I hope Ken is taking really good care of himself, because he's really funny and he's very likable and he is very nice. He's aggressively protective of Lisa Vanderpump, which I don't think is a bad thing. Just hope that he's taking good care of himself and he's going to his doctor and stuff. I did notice it. I'm sure you guys did too. All right, so let's talk about this for a second. The fans have said that they can't handle another scandival, right? They can't handle more cheating from people that they hope don't cheat, right, on the Bravo franchises anymore. So this has kind of been a parallel conversation that probably would have gotten a lot more momentum if the Tom and Ariana thing, Raquel drama, hadn't come out. So there's been loads of blinds and, people dropping gossip and speculating around Kyle Cooke cheating on his wife, Amanda Batula, with a lot of different people that he runs into, like friends, like, someone knows a friend of a friend who hooked up with him. There's some girl on the East Coast he's hooking up with, like essentially that he's been a serial cheater, all this stuff, and that, his good husband image is different. Now, full disclosure, I don't watch Summer House. I do watch Traitor and I do watch Vanderpump Rules, just for the record. Okay, let's get that off the table. So the fans seem to believe that he has chemistry with this cast member, Maya Allen, and that this woman might be trying to make a move to take him away from his wife, Amanda Batula, who, by the way, is trying to get pregnant right now and having fertility issues, and they've been working through those things at this time. This is Amanda. She's beautiful, and this is who everybody is saying that he can't stay faithful to. She's also on Summer House. So what do you guys think about that? Do you feel like that could be another Scandival, or you think they're just going to make the distance and she's just going to ignore the rumors and just keep trucking with him? I think she's probably going to keep trucking. That's my gut. Now, one more thing I want to talk about before we get into Lisa Vanderpump, and that is this. So Raquel, a.k.a. Rachel, I don't know what the hell her name is at this point, released this imagery to TMZ and the tabloids to show that she did get a black eye from Shayna Shea. And Sheena. And so, yeah, there it is. Her black eye. So I was right. The cast members were lying about this happening. It turns out that Sheena did hit Raquel, either slapped her or punched her. There's been different discussions about it. It was even confirmed again on Watch What Happens Live last night, the day before, whatever. Anyway, you get the drift. It happened. So I just wanted to say I was right. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to say that. I just want to say that that's terrible. But I guess Sheena must have lost impulse control, or maybe they were drunk. I don't know what happened here. Obviously, you shouldn't hit people. But at the same token, I don't know what Raquel did to egg it on. So maybe she said something really triggering for Sheena and she couldn't help herself. All right, let's go to Lisa. There's been a lot of poor me apologies coming out Tom Sandoval's probably dropped. And what's the number of the day? Oh, I think it was 2. 2 apologies he dropped. Maybe 3. Raquel has done a few apologies too. Let me just read you the last one. Besides the indefensible circumstances surrounding our relationship, my feelings for Tom have always been sincere and born out of a loving friendship. Knowing how many people we hurt, I need to understand my choices and learn to make better ones. I need to take care of my health, work on self-growth, and take time to be okay with being alone. I care for Tom, and I don't want to label anything or predict what lies ahead. Right now, I need to heal. I'm sorry, heal from what? Is anybody else confused? Is it heal your broken eye? Or is it heal, like, what did you get hurt over besides your eye? I mean, okay, but that's a whole different thing. That's like an argument with a friend. That has nothing to do with the fact that you chose to cheat with one of your good friends, significant other that was practically her husband. It's absolutely ridiculous. Heal from what? I'm outraged at this apology. You're not a victim, and neither is Tom Sandoval. There's only one victim here, and it's Ariana. It's Ariana. Yeah, that's my opinion. Okay, now, if you guys have an unpopular opinion, don't be afraid to share. I want everybody to have their own opinion, and I will always acknowledge your opinion below. In the comments, I'll say something like, thank you for having a different opinion, because I think it's important in our world to have your own opinion, okay? Okay, so Lisa Vanderpump, I think it was 2 nights ago on Watch What Happens Live, said this about her reaction to finding out the news of Sandoval, in case you haven't heard it.
Gobsmacked.
Yeah.
Flabbergasted. I mean, literally no words. I didn't see it coming. Nobody saw it coming.
How is Ariana, and have you seen her or
I've
spoken
seen
to her?
her,
Yes.
and I've shot with her, because obviously it's an integral part of the story now. We've got
Yes.
to tell the real story. I would say the word I would use is devastated.
Devastated.
Yeah, devastated, a lot of tears. I think Ariana was always that ride or die girlfriend. You know, she was that...
As we saw in tonight's episode.
Yeah, and you know...
She and Raquel.
Yeah, you know, exactly. I mean, it seems like Raquel was the ride girlfriend, she was the die girlfriend.
This is why we love Lisa.
By the way, I was wondering, Schwartz and Sandys might need a new bartender. I was wondering what you're doing.
Oh, boy. People are suggesting...
Okay, so then Andy Cohen goes on to ask if Lisa Vanderpump intends to buy Tom Sandoval out of the business because his bad reputation might damage things. And Lisa responded, I haven't even had time to process something like that, but for now, I wouldn't abandon a partner over such a thing. Okay, so by the way, the sandwich shop that Ariana is starting with Katie has not opened yet. Lisa confirmed that, just so you guys know. Let me play you something that Lisa said that I thought was actually really concise. Oh, by the way, she's talking about Raquel in this clip.
I mean, she stuck her toe in the pizza pond. She snogged Oliver. She schmoozed with Schwartz. And then she shagged Scandival.
Right.
And Ken's like, why am I left out? I'm the only guy that didn't get a bit.
What was your reaction to Sandoval?
She's always trying to like push Ken off on other women, always. Like, poor guy. Okay, so Lisa Vanderpump does like a PSA on Andy Cohen about people not acting like vigilantes via social media for Ariana's sake. And she drags Kyle Richards in this conversation. And I was like, whoa, Lisa's really like not let that go. I was kind of shocked. But she probably knows now that Kyle, the whole time they were friends, was trying to come for her on the show. She didn't know that. I did, though. All right. Excuse me. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. Okay.
Actually, I really want to talk about this because this kind of vigilante, justice, I don't agree with at all. I think these are people that are living their life in a public forum, which is very difficult. There's so much infidelity in the world. It's not like they murdered someone.
And on the show.
It's a show, but they're all hurting. And I'm not saying we should let them off the hook. Condemn their actions, but don't condemn the people, okay? All this aggression, it can have serious ramifications. I really mean that. I think everybody should be careful with that. I don't like it, and I don't want to see it. Unless it's to Kyle or Lisa.
Unless it's to Kyle and Lisa Rinna. So you can be a vigilante to them. but not to the Vanderpump Rules cast. Just saying. I don't know. I was like, okay, Lisa, yeah. She's trying to protect her cast. Remember, Lisa Vanderpump is an executive producer on the show, and she makes a lot of money from the show, and she doesn't want to lose OG cast members. You know, it's really hard for her when she loses cast members, you know, to racism or whatever, like, you know, we've seen in the past, because she has to really make strategic moves that are very worrisome. Every time you add a cast member or you get rid of a cast member, you, like any business, you risk shaking it up, you know? Like if an owner of a restaurant changes ownership, sometimes people don't go anymore. It's a similar thing with reality TV. So anyway, so I want to bring this into the discussion. Lisa said that she was really worried about the house that Ariana and Tom Sandoval bought together, and that she was also concerned about that asset in the Watch What Happens Live. And so I wanted to remind everybody of this. This is from Bravo's website in 2021. It said, when Lisa and Ariana discussed the matter during an October 2021 episode, Ariana declared, he's doing that loan, but it's only against his own equity. It doesn't affect me at all. Perplexed, Lisa asked, what do you mean it's only against his equity? Before noting that Ariana and Tom were joint co-owners on their $2 million Valley Village house. Take a tour of the house in the video above. I'm not sure that Ariana quite understands the concept of putting your house up as collateral, Lisa said. If they default on their loan, then the bank never goes and takes half the house back. It's like, Ariana, you stay in bed. We only want Tom's half. It doesn't work like that. However, Ariana felt confident in her plan with Tom at the time, declaring, all of the financial responsibility is on him and him alone. And my financial responsibility is intact. Okay, so Lisa's correct. I mean, I don't understand how you offer a house up for collateral and have it only affect a particular person's equity. It's not like a real thing, so I'm not sure that this is true. I think maybe Tom misexplained this to Ariana, but you guys, knowing what's happened, it's very scary. I know what it's like to lose your assets because of a lover that is not true, and it's horrific. So anywho, just wanted to say that. This is worry for me, for her. I'm not going to go through all the polls that Lisa did with her opinions, but suffice it to say that she felt that she was blindsided by this. She really thought up until it came out that he was still in love with Ariana. So what Lisa Vanderpump said was that she believed that Tom Sandoval and Raquel were planning on telling everyone after the reunion, and that they wanted to keep it secret until then, and then they wanted to announce it off season, give the fans time to accept that he's left Ariana and is now with Raquel, and that the fans would then be able to forgive them over that period where the show wasn't filming, and then they would come on the show as a new couple, and Ariana would just be there dealing with it. And I think that was that's what Lisa thinks their plan was. So,
Was Schwartz acting as a decoy for Sandoval? This is interesting.
Totally.
What do you think? You know Schwartz? You know these
she
guys
thinks
well.
Schwartz and Sandoval. I think they are so close. I mean, I'd be less surprised if you said Schwartz and Sandy got together rather than rather than Scandival and Raquel, you know. But I think he sits on the fence so tight it's up his arse, and I think he will. No, it's true.
Okay.
And I think he tries to placate everything. And they're so close. I do think he knew something. Yeah. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out.
Yes, we will. And finally, now do you believe that Sandoval hooked up with Miami girl? Yes or no? What do you think?
I never think anybody comes into a bar and says they did hook up with you if they didn't. I think they might say they didn't if they did. So, yeah, I believe that.
You guys say yes.
Lisa Vanderpump said that it's likely that Raquel used the name Rachel on her job interview that she had at Vanderpump to become a waitress. Okay, on that note, I'm ready to wrap it up. I will start collecting the hot gossip for next week's videos. But I just want to say something. If you didn't watch my live on Tuesday night, it was a drinking live, so I'm definitely having alcohol and being stupid. But if you haven't watched it, it was really fun. And if you're bored this weekend or feeling lonely and you want to party with some friends, go watch the live, have some drinks, and be silly with me, okay? I hope you have a great weekend. If we don't talk before Monday, who knows though? Something crazy happens, I will shoot something. All right, big kiss. We talk soon.